Wow, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Woo! Wow, that was the Tudors Mariah Carey version. Wow, thank you. That was really, really neat. I'm Brooke Barcel. I'm the host. This is Contagious, the stay-home comedy show, Christmas Day version. Yeah, because a lot of us have to stay home, so yay. Cool. I've got some really, really fun comedians here for you today. I'm excited. I picked them for my treasure chest. I've got a lot of really cool comedians hidden in my treasure chest, and these ones are really neat. I've gotten to know all of them this year, and they've all been like really, really awesome. I'm gonna tell some jokes first, and then we'll get to them more. Okay? Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Santa.
Santa who?
Seriously, you don't recognize me? I should have used the chimney. I was like, that's dumb enough. It might work. You ever take a personality test and they're like, whoa, one at a time. I don't have a lot of personalities. I just have a lot of personality, All an inflection. The Mariah Carey Christmas song, I'm so glad that they played that. That was a big favorite of mine. I would play it every year on repeat. I was a queen of manifestation before I knew it. It was kind of cool. Like when it came out, I would just listen to it. And then I was a competitive cheerleader. Some of you might know this already. And we cheered for a competitive football team. Okay, so these were the select football team from Omaha, Nebraska. Like we had some from Kiewit Middle School. I'd never even been to Kiewit, and I'm guessing like on the list, they looked like their names looked hot, right? So I started crushing on the names. Chandler. I think that was his last name. There might have been a first name Chandler. That was a cheerleader, actually. There was a cheerleader named Chandler. Football player, last name Chandler. And I would think about All I Want for Christmas Is You. Like, all I want for Christmas is you. And I would just like think it and see it and like feel it in my bones. And like come Christmas morning, like I was so expecting like half that football team to be underneath my Christmas tree. I shook all the presents and none of them like made a fun noise that would have said that any of them were there. And then I'm like, well, maybe Santa, maybe Santa. I just had to wait a few more years basically for college to get some of those dreams coming true. Funny part. Yeah, so like, I don't know, did any of you look under the Christmas tree and shake the presents? Was that just me? Some of you would. Would you ever like untape them partially and then like retape? I shouldn't give these hints out to people because when I heard them, I was like, really? You can do that? You can pretty much do anything, It's not like anyone's watching all the time, keeping a list, whatever. So yeah, I would do that. And this one Christmas, like all I wanted, like so bad. Like I played this song. I was like, all I want for Christmas, like more than anything. Like all I want for Christmas is the Nintendo 69. What I would do to get my hands on those controllers. It's kind of like the Nintendo Switch. Like half of you are upside down, the other half aren't. My favorite game to play is the Donkey Dong. Donkey Dong. You ever play Donkey Dong? You ever played the Great Legend of Dildo? Anyone? Or Tetris, just to try to find that little spot to go into that other little spot so everything could be okay for a little bit longer. You get way too many of those straight ones in a row and you're like, I need the pocket. Okay, I'll make that make more sense for you. How about that? I personally identify as a trisexual. it's mostly because I'm a big fan of threesomes. Um, some people say, "Oh, you don't know how to ride a bike," or "Oh, you just try and try." Yeah, I do try. I'm really good at trying. But true story. I went to my friend's house and it was a housewarming party. Have you ever been to one of those? I don't get invited to too many, so I didn't really know what to expect. That was probably the first thing that was wrong. So I had my bottle of wine and a pun, and I was gonna be like, "Yay!" and like crash the party and tell them about my pun and have a good time, you know. And I was like, "It's menage a trois, and I'm open." I did that. Housewarming parties, they usually invite their family, I guess. She was like, "Brooke, that's my stepdad." Yeah, I know, but it was okay because it was kind of like the hottest threesome I ever had, you know, hands down. I was just like, oh, daddy. So quiet. You guys can laugh. Like, that's why you're here. You're here to laugh. And maybe what's going on is the internet's laughing so hard, like on the outside, we can't hear it on the inside. That's okay. I'm feeling excited. I'm really, really ready to laugh at all these silly, silly people. We have a couple that showed up and they might do a little bit of time at the end. So stay for those secret surprises. I won't tell you their names yet. I'll save it. But stay till the end because you might get to see one of your favorite comedians. You actually might get to see one of your favorite comedians now. I met him. Yeah, you can get excited. Thank you. Woo! I'll make you do it again, though. I'll make you do it again. So I met him on the Zoom through an open mic that I have been going to almost every Tuesday. And then I got to meet him in real life because we got to do a live comedy show together in Indiana. It was awesome. So yeah, kind of like awesome place in my heart. He's really, really funny. I think you're going to enjoy him a lot. He did let us know, and he's probably going to let us know he's been drinking since you woke up, maybe. So that should be fun. That's on brand. That's on brand. If you don't know him yet, you soon will. Everyone, will you please put your hands together? Help me welcome to the screen from Indiana, the very, very funny Dan West.
Well, howdy, gang. I'm really excited that there are people here. It's really wonderful that there are people who are sad enough to be watching a Zoom comedy show at 4 p.m. Central Time on Christmas Day. The only thing sadder than you guys being here is the fact that I knew 4 months ago that I was going to be able to do this show. The pandemic has been something. The pandemic really solidified for me that I look like the wrong kind of ally. I'd known for a little while that people were really comfortable just saying the worst things in their head to me. And then the pandemic drove it home even more. 3 years ago, somebody said to me, completely unprompted, just at a gas station waiting in line, really excited, Hillary's finally going to go to fucking prison. Like, awesome. Also, yeah, there's going to be profanity during my set. I'm not sure about everybody else's set. So, like, as long as your kids are cool, it shouldn't be a problem. Just this guy was like, yeah, he's really excited Hillary's going to prison. And what about me? Oh, I'm a bald white dude with a beard. That's what it is about me that makes you think you should tell me that. Fantastic. It's gotten worse, though. It's gotten worse. People have told me things like, about a week and a half ago, I was at the grocery store. I was trying to stay away from everybody. I'm really excited that they've put those indicators on the floor that say stay 6 feet away from each other. But I do know that those stickers were placed by a dude because those things are at best 5'11" from each other. But this guy shuffles in way too close, not wearing a mask. Of course, I am wearing a mask because I'm a responsible fucking human. And he says, "These masks, am I right?" No, you're not right because you're not wearing one, sir. You're not wearing one at all, and that's really exciting. I remember a few years ago, I was working at a doctor's office, and I called up a patient, and the first thing he said wasn't hi, not hello, not how are you doing, not crazy weather we're having, because it's Indiana. It's always crazy weather. What he said was, sure hope you're not a Muslim. And like, that's horrible, but I had to be excited about it because at least he thought that I was a potential victim of a hate crime instead of a perpetrator, like everyone else seems to think I am. We need more people who look like me to just be less awful. I don't think that's too much to ask. Like, it's fine. People share their conspiracy theories with me all the time, and they never make any goddamn sense. They never make any sense. I am fine with a conspiracy theory as long as there's a reason, but there's never a reason anymore. Conspiracy theory, the operative word is theory. There's supposed to be a set of steps that make it possible. The moon landing is fake because the flag looks like it's waving in the wind. That's weird and it's stupid, but at least there's a reason. These people instead give me Sandy Hook was fake because reasons. No. Sandy Hook was fake because the government wants to take all of our guns and then didn't take any of our guns. I would believe conspiracy theorists more also if any one of them looked like they have their shit together. Every single conspiracy theorist looks exactly like you'd think a conspiracy theorist looks like. A lot like me, but with their glasses on. I have my glasses off because they reflect the light weird. Like, if a single conspiracy theorist looked like Fox Mulder, David Duchovny from X-Files, I'd probably buy into their shit. Because David Duchovny is so hot, they had to name him Fox. Meanwhile, every single conspiracy theorist looks like Randy Quaid from Independence Day, or just Randy Quaid in general. Like it's not okay. The quarantine's getting to me. I don't like when people act like their pets are people. I don't like it because obviously pets are better than people. I put up with way more from my cat than I would ever put up with from a person. I got my buddy Tyson, really funny comic, really good dude. If he ever called me up and said, "Hey man, you got to come over," I'd say, "Cool, I'll be there in a little bit." And then he says, "No, you got to come over right now." All right, that's weirdly intense, but I go over to his house, I walk in the door, I go to shake his hand, and then he bites me, smacks me, and runs away. We're not going to keep hanging out. I'm only going to fall for that 2-3 times. Meanwhile, my piece of shit cat, who I love very much, fall for it every day, every single day. I'm sitting there reading a book. That's a lie. I can't read. I'm sitting there playing Crash Bandicoot, drinking a Zima, because I'm contractually obligated to make 90s references. So I'm sitting there, I'm playing my video game, I'm drinking my drink, I hear a little meow, I look over, she's giving me the eyes, the Shrek 2 Puss in Boots eyes. I say, you know what? In just a second, I'm gonna come over there and rub that belly. And I go back to my game, I hear another meow. Not only is she giving me the eyes now, she's also rolled over on her back, she's showing me her belly, she's inverted like Maverick from Top Gun, because I also do 80s references. I say, you know what? Fuck it. This game has a pause button. I hit that pause button. I take 3 steps. She smacks me with the bat claws, bites me, runs away, and still lives in my fucking house rent free. I got into a fight on Facebook because I'm self-actualized as hell. And the problem is they were asking inappropriate questions. The first thing they said is, "Hey, how come you're in this mom's group?" And I said, "Well, it's 2020, and I don't think you're allowed to ask that anymore." And they said, "Okay, fine. Fair enough. Well, do you have a kid?" And I said, "No, I don't, but I do have a cat, and that is harder." And they got mad, but I stand by what I said, because here's the thing. Your kid eventually is going to learn English. Meanwhile, for the next 15 years, I have to figure out if my cat's waking me up at 3 o'clock in the morning because she's hungry, sick, or just a bitch. It's the last one. It's the last one every time. Every time. I've written a lot of jokes about my cat because the quarantine has had me spending a lot of time with my cat. I got fired from a shitty job in January, and that's the worst. Like, getting fired from a job you hate is like when your girlfriend breaks up with you because she's tired of boning other dudes. Like, they called me and they said, "Hey, this isn't working out." And I said, "Fantastic, I agree. Now the healing can begin." And they said, "No, we don't think you should work here anymore." And I said, again, fantastic, same page, but how am I going to feed my piece of shit cat? And they said, no, you're fired. And I said, that's very brave. And they looked confused. So I explained, I said, I just think it's very brave to fire someone who knows you don't have an active shooter policy. And that's how you find out how handcuffs feel in a non-recreational setting. I did get a new job after that. I got a new job. Didn't stay for long because work is the worst. But I got this new job, and I remember I was filling out paperwork, and I got to the emergency contact section, and I didn't know who to put. They said, well, people usually put like a parent or a spouse. And I said, well, I'm not married, and it seems stupid to put my dad. They said, well, just put whoever you want us to call in an emergency. So I wrote down my doctor. And they said, no, like write who you want us to call first if there's a problem. I said, again, my doctor. Mm-hmm. And they said, look, just write down your dad. And I was like, I'm not gonna write down my dad. What's he gonna do? I'm like, huh. Yeah, Dan's definitely bleeding. And also not living up to his potential. I'm not even my dad's favorite comedian. It's fine. You don't have to laugh at that one. I am in a weird situation in my life because I am simultaneously an oldest child, a youngest child, and a middle child. My biological mom had 2 kids before me. I was her 3rd child. My dad has a 1 child per marriage quota. So I am his oldest child. I have 1 sister who is 24 and 1 sister who is 7, which is not weird at all. I love it. No, it's fine. So I have, like, every time you see those, oh, these are the issues you have if you're this kid. I have all of those issues. and that's why I drink. I quit that job that I had. I quit that job because I am now a full-time student again. I went back to college. I dropped out 10 years ago, and I went back to college just this past fall. And for the most part, I really enjoy it. It is weird having classmates who are younger than some of my tattoos. And I've had a few of my classmates and even some of my teachers follow me on social media. One of them came to a show once, and then on Monday afterward, it was very awkward because she handed me back a paper and she said, well, you got an A on the paper. That was really good. But also, do you really do that much cocaine? And how do you think I got an A on the paper? I'm old. I don't stay up all night anymore. I need something for it. I am going to tell 2 more stories, and then I'm going to go so I can start the serious drinking. I'm going to tell them in whatever order I decide. Like sometimes I like to let an audience pretend they're deciding, but no, it's exactly the way that I wrote it in my set list. We're not being spontaneous at all. About 9 years ago, I was nearly banned from Twitter for cyberbullying a minor celebrity. I started following Jodie Sweetin on Twitter. Because I used to love Full House because Girl Meets World hadn't come out yet. And I start following Jodie Sweetin on Twitter. And what most people know at this point is that after Full House ended the first time, Jodie Sweetin developed this thing that professionals call a methamphetamine addiction. And that's a horrible thing, but she kicked the habit. She relapsed a couple of times, but she's been clean for a number of years, and that is admirable because meth is a horrible drug that I don't know why someone starts to do. Like, I get why you keep doing it because addiction, but like, who looks at a meth head and is like, that's what I want? Like, at least smoking makes you cool. But so I start following Jodie Sweetin on Twitter, and the first thing she posts after I follow her is, oh my God, I can't start my day without coffee. And I replied, oh my God, it's like you're addicted to uppers. And like, it kind of escalated from there. I said things like, hey, do you like Breaking Bad? Karaoke night, time to do ice. The vanilla kind, not what you used to do. It sort of came to a head when April 1st rolls around and she said, "What am I going to get tricked into this year?" I said, "I bet it's trying meth." I would have stopped everything immediately if I had gotten one how rude. But I didn't get a how rude. I didn't get a how rude. Instead, I got an email from Twitter. I got an email from Twitter telling me I'd been accused of cyberbullying. And they said if it happened again, I'd be suspended for 3 days. And if it happened again after that, I'd be banned permanently. So I realized I can't let that happen. What am I going to do if I get banned from Twitter? Well, I'll start a new Twitter with a different email address. It's really not that but it would be inconvenient because @DanWestComedy is a really good Twitter handle. So I tweeted to Jody and I said, "Jody, I'm sorry. I had no idea. But now I understand, and this will never happen again." And then I followed that by saying, "By the way, the thing I understand is how hard it is to be a child star in a changing world, not meth. Why would you ever do that shit?" And then I got suspended from Twitter. But 3 days later, I got my Twitter back, and there's a happy ending to this story. And I'm not going to tell the second story because I don't want to go over my time on someone else's show. I only do that on my shows. So 3 days later, I get my Twitter back. There's a happy ending because I have a direct message from Jody Sweeten. It's got 2 words in it. Fuck off. Thanks very much, guys. That's it for me.
Dan West Comedy, everybody. If you're not already following him, I don't know why. Just do it real quick right now. I'll give you a minute. Okay, that was probably good because you have your phone in your hand right now if you're watching. Oh, that was fun. I really thought since he started drinking earlier that he would sound all silly and like goofy and be like hiccupy, but I forgot that he's like a professional.
Yeah, I'm really good at this.
I appreciate you. One more round of applause for Dan West, everyone. Yeah. Your sarcasm is contagious. Woo! Okay, our next comedian, oh man. Okay, she's my co-host for the Anarchy open mic. We kind of got asked to do an open mic and we were trying to do it, but it wasn't bringing us joy. We weren't having fun. So we were like, let's do our own. Let's make it so much fun that we love it and everyone else loves it. And I think we have. It's Friday night. I'm not going to plug it for the next 10 minutes, but I might for the next one. First 25-ish comedians that come to the room get a 5-minute set, and then we do a lightning round at the end. She is like a huge promoter. She promotes pretty much any comedian she can. And if you're not a comedian, she'll probably just promote you so you just feel good about yourself and awesome. Like good vibes, lots and lots of good vibes. And you'll be able to tell that just by looking at her. Thank you for doing this on Christmas. I appreciate you. Everyone, please put your hands together. Help me welcome to the screen, Erica Schwartzka.
Aloha, everybody. How's it going? Mele Kaliki Maka is the thing to say over here. It's 80 degrees, of course. Look at you all with your sleeves on. There's some sleeve privilege in here. It's fine. I got my new tie-dye on. But my friend recently posted starts period on solstice. Feeling magical as fuck. Okay, I'm here to say first Christmas on menopause with no period. Wake it up. Magical. That shit is truly magical. All right, I'm buying more white pants, whatever. Problem. Okay, I recently am doing a live show again because we wear masks in Hawaii and can have nice things. And but the local comics, none of them are into Zoom. So they haven't seen any of my Zoom comedy. So I did these 2 bits that I've been doing for a while, and they were like, wow, you're so good now. You made them up on the spot, didn't you? And I didn't disagree. So now they're thinking I'm better than I am, which is really cool. So now I'm actively dissuading them from joining Zoom comedy, and well, yeah, they'll think I'm a headliner, but whatever, it's fine. Okay, I see there are a few millennials here in the crowd. Millennials, make some noise. Woo, love you. However, I'm a Gen X here. I don't really trust people that weren't raised on Love Boat episodes.
For sure.
Yeah. Do you mean to tell me you were raised by your own parents? Sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Okay, I was gonna bring a lot of new comedy here, and instead I masturbated, so I have this happy face.
Woo!
It's happy. How do you know if you did too many Zooms? I'll tell you. I was watching something in Comedy Central, and there I was clapping along with the audience as if they could hear me. It was taped 3 years ago. I was looking for jobs last year, and in desperation, I applied to be a preschool teacher. And they said, "You have no experience with kids. What the fuck?" Well, but you get the gist. And I said, listen, I run comedy open mics. It's the same job.
Yeah.
Just different ages, I'm 53 and well in menopause now. Is it hot in here? Is that the menopause talking? I don't know who's been to Oahu, but there is an active volcano on this island, and that's me. Me, no one else. Okay. And yeah, like I said, I recently bought the very first pair of white pants since I was 12.
Woo!
It's awesome. I was separated from my husband for a while, and I was dating, and so I was on Tinder. I hadn't dated since 1998, and apparently you can order a man like a pizza. I ordered extra sausage, big sausage. Not too big though. Any ladies in the crowd? You ever had a dick that was too big? Anybody?
Yeah.
All right. This guy was like a goddamn snake. It was like a little scary. And then if it's that big, you have to half-ass everything. I felt sorry. Well, what are you gonna do? Put an ad on Craigslist for a girl with a large and cavernous vagina? No, you're not gonna do that. Yeah, I had great times dating. This one guy thought that if he fucked a stoner girl, he would test positive for marijuana. Have you ever been gaslighted by somebody telling you you don't know what gaslighting means? And you know, I wasn't really at the time looking for a relationship as much as a service dick. You know, like the service dogs, like the little dog that wears the vest. Yeah, and then it can go anywhere. I was pretty sure I could find a guy that would wear a little vest on his dick. And if that be the case, and with the doctor's note, and of course we'd wear masks, could we then do it anywhere? So many questions. And then it all culminated with I did a bit, and I apologized for it later about 2 Minute Man, who only lasted 2 minutes. And I thought that's kind of mean because sometimes that's all you can do if you're a guy. So I should not be criticized today. And then I met 2 Second Man. This face. He came before I opened the door. And walked in with a stain on his pants. I immediately blocked him, and then he showed up unexpectedly in the middle of a workday with a truckload of alcohol. This is a true story. And then had to ship out the next day, and I could never see him again. Because I had gotten back with my husband anyway. So my husband and I drank the truckload of alcohol, got back together, and that's the end of a happy, happy story. I have other stories too here. It's just a little crazy. I don't have kids on purpose. I really like kids. I just don't want one of my own. I feel the same way about penises. Down. I don't know if you know this. If you Google the words female stand-up, what do you get? I'll tell you, for the first 10 pages, a device so that women can pee standing up like men. I'm here to change this. We can at least get ourselves on page 4, okay? Page 4. I got a goal for 2021. I've got a freaking goal. It's gonna be awesome. I'm a tall girl. There's some advantages to being tall. There's some disadvantages. I like to buy these really cute mini dresses that come out of the dryer tops.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have any dresses. I'm a little jealous of you short girls. You short girls have all the dresses and no tops. But I'm so tall, I will judge how dirty the top of your fridge is. If your roots need touching up, your roots need touching up. I will be the good friend that tells you.
Aw.
But I'm not only tall, but I'm nearsighted. Which is a bad joke because it's not clear I have feet. I can't see them. Maybe I don't have feet. It's a rumor. Maybe the earth is not round and I have no feet. How do we know this? How do we know these things? You know. Gotta be sure. I'm a white girl here in an island of mostly brown people, but the white people come here too. And how can you tell you're too white?
How?
People come up to you in the street and start speaking Swedish. I'm from Harrisburg. I don't know what I can understand pigeon. Go away. No, I don't know. Recently, a friend of mine, I don't have kids, but I have friends that have kids, and I'm the auntie. In Hawaii, all women are auntie and all men are uncle. And I love that because it's kind of like family there. And so recently, my friend was complaining that her baby was teething already. I wasn't sure what that meant. Teething? Is that when you give a blowjob to a guy you don't like? No, she said no, that's not. And further, what is a breast pump anyway? Is that like a fist pump? Go pregnant ladies, go pregnant ladies, go. No, stay away from those things. It's just not working out with that. And I'm just gonna end with this one, probably. I'm originally from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Who here has heard of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania?
Woo!
Woo.
Yeah, it's known for two things globally. The 3 Mile Island nuclear accident in 1979, which I was there at the time and might explain things, and Hershey's chocolate. So we got radiation and chocolate. So you're gonna die of cancer, but it's gonna taste good. So the moral of this lesson is stay away from those Hershey bars. I'm just, yeah. And do I have one more? Yeah, I got an iPhone finally, and I said, Siri, do you have Aloha? And she said, would you like me to search the web for do you want a blowjob? A true story. I'm going to leave it right there. Thanks so much, Brooke. Thanks you all. Nelly Kalikimaka.
Woo! Woo! Thank you for bringing me a Hawaiian Christmas. Woo! Put your hands together for Erica Schwarzkopf. Woo! She runs a lot of Facebook groups, so check those out. Sometimes she gets banned from adding people to Facebook groups, but she would add you if you want to be in them. Like I said, she co-hosts Anarchy with me, so check out the Anarchy open mic on Fridays. And Erica, if you go visit Hawaii. Yay! All right, so we got another comedian. We'll have a couple little short sets at the end, but this is the last comedian for our show. I just need, yeah, there we go. Cool. I can see him now. Pretty soon the world is going to get to. If you're on Instagram, he's like boogie squatch, kind of like Sasquatch and boogie smashed together. He does a lot of boogieing. Oh, it's on his shirt. This is going to be easy. All right. Are y'all ready for your Christmas treat? Woo. Might have had a lot of sweet already. We're going to have some more. All right. Help me put your hands together. Welcome to the screen. The very, very funny, Simply Courtney.
Woo! Hey, I don't know what kind of service I have. So can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me in real time?
We can kind of hear you, but we cannot see you.
Damn it. All right. My service keeps going in and out. So I was super worried about that. I was trying to get somewhere where I could find reception. So I apologize. Am I moving at least now? Is it better or is it still bad?
Seems a little better, but we don't see you yet.
Hear you.
That's crazy. All right, yeah. This has been my struggle all freaking quarantine, whatever, is that whenever I try to do a show, I end up having to leave the house, the sanctity of my home, and I'm trying to tell jokes in my car, and a lot of my jokes are about me driving my car. Unfortunately, I never get a chance to really tell jokes in my car. And so when I do, it's all bad. So I'm going to try my best to get through this. Brooke, apologies. My name is Simply Courtney. I'm a stand-up comic that has a not traditional guy name, I think is what I've learned. Whenever I apply for a show, I've honestly had people ask me to change my name. And I'm like, I literally just, like, I sent that information to you. What do you mean? And they're like, you should change it. Believe it or not, this is not the first time it's ever happened to me. Once upon a time, I wanted to be a rapper. Who here is surprised by that? I don't think anybody is. Me and a friend were talking. He says, hey, I don't think the rap idea you got is going to work out. And I was like, why not? He says, man, your name's Courtney. And I was like, what? He said, yeah, that's not a good rap name. So I was like, all right, that's mean. What should we do? He says, I think you should change your name. I was like, okay, what do we change my name to? He's like, you should take the first letter of your name, chop off everything behind it, and put man right there. I was like, okay. I I love telling this joke. All I'm telling it in a gas station parking lot to my tablet. I love telling this joke in like groups, like crowds, groups of people. I'm bragging real quick, but I love telling this joke with a bigger crowd because then I can see where my fast readers are. Like I immediately can just watch the confusion waves go from side to side. And I look at some people and like, I got it. Ah, yeah, he's nutty. He's crazy. And then there's other people that hear that joke and they're just like, I don't get it. And they're looking at their friends confused. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Um, and so I don't tell people the end of that joke. I never give it. I never sound it out. But I will tell you, I got kicked out of the seventh grade talent show that year. This was the year I got kicked out of the seventh grade talent show. I signed up and they kicked me out. That's how bad it was. Yeah. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, it's so bad. You know what? You say you're gonna switch to gallery view. I'm switching to gallery view too. Even though I can't even see anybody. Oh, I see chairs and all that. So cool. I see a ceiling fan and a chair. This was up, man. This is peak comedy. Okay, I barely have service. My signal's bad. I'm, in another town to go pick up my kids from my ex-wife, and it's Christmas Day. Like this is amazing. Okay, I stayed up till about 3 o'clock wrapping gifts this morning. It's supposed to be stand-up comedy, but I'm gonna get a little realness real quick, and I'll get back to the jokes. I stayed up till about no 3. That's a lie. I stayed up till 7 this morning wrapping gifts, bro. 7 a.m. wrapping presents. I'm gonna let y'all in on something. I'm not as good at wrapping gifts as I originally thought. I really thought I was the best gift wrapper ever. My degree actually is in recreation, so I was like, I'm a very creative person. I'm good at this. I'm qualified. I woke up this afternoon because I went to sleep nearly at 7 o'clock after passing out, and it's some of the worst gift wraps ever. Like seriously, like I talked about wanting to be a rapper. I have a better chance after looking at the gifts that I wrapped underneath that tree at being a rapper that raps about seminal fluid than actually wrapping gifts. Callback, right? But it really, you ever took a picture of something, and we like to be prideful and we take pictures of stuff and we want to show it off to people. I legitimately untagged a photo mentally. I don't know if you understand what happened. I untagged myself from a photo mentally. That's how horrendous this rapping crowd was. I can't wait to bring my kids home, and I'm just gonna tell them, open all the gifts. I don't care if your name's on it or not. Get rid of these abominations now. Like not now, but right now. Oh man, hell yeah. But all right, so my name's Courtney. I'm a Uber driver. If I didn't mention it earlier, and it's difficult because I'm southern as hell. I like to greet people when they get in my car. I'm very formal when it comes to stuff like that. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Etc. And I do this whenever I get passengers in the car. So oftentimes I'll get somebody and they come in the back seat, and I'll just be like, "Hey, how are you doing? Welcome to my car. I'm Courtney." That's my normal greeting. Um, every now and then I almost forget that I don't have a typical guy name, I guess. And so people are met by it. So I'll be like, "Hey, how are you doing? Welcome to my car. I'm Courtney." I did this one day and a lady looked at me and was just like, "Are you sure?" Like I wasn't ready. Like when she said, "Are you sure?" I was like, my brain was like, "Wait a minute. Is this a joke? Like, am I on punk right now? Am I getting ad?" Yeah, like she's like, "Are you sure?" And then I thought about it because like at first I didn't get. I was like, "What the heck was that?" Like I did the ride. I just like asked me other questions. I just said, "Yes, I am." But then I thought about it. I said, "You know what I think, y'all? She was thinking that I stole the car and then kept the job that came with the car." Yeah. What kind of car thievery have you been exposed to? I clearly am not a car thief because I just referred to it as car thievery. Uh, that sounds super eloquent, by the way. What do you do? What is your hobby? I'm into falconry, painting, and car thievery. Yeah. Like, what are you doing, man? So I don't know. It was interesting. I had another lady I introduced myself to, and she looks at me, and I kid you not, she looks at me and just says no and closed the door in my face. Real thing. Yeah, got out. Like, it's raining. I'm your driver. Why? I'm like, who's out soliciting people? And I guess maybe that is a thing that you're going to solicit them white or wet. I don't know if that's a thing or not. But it's raining, and this lady closes the door in my face as if I'm out here trying to steal her. I was like, man, I don't know. I feel like if you're ever going to kidnap me and I'm outside walking, the best time to do it is when it's raining. Like, I will get in the back of a windowless van that has candy in it if it's raining to get away from the elements. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. But it's fun though. I've had some weird experiences, man. I forget, like, this is one that actually happened recently. I text my friends whenever I get like weird ideas. I don't know if comics can attest to this or not. You ever get a weird idea in like the strangest time and you immediately message it to a friend like, hey, I'm thinking about this bit, whatever. Every once in a while, I send like these this random out of the blue messages to my homies in the middle of the night. And I forget that like a lot of them are married or in relationships. And so all of a sudden they just got, hey, what you doing? From Courtney on their phone at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And so, their girlfriend, wife, whoever, checks the phone and they see Courtney texting, hey, what's up? You were really good last night. Like, I send these things out of the blue. I almost feel like I need to send a picture with my messages. Like, I don't know, like, how to remedy this. Like, do I need to say, hey, this is Courtney. I don't even know if y'all can see me right now, but picture a black guy with a patchy beard with gray in it because quarantine's been pretty hard on me, and a mustache that doesn't quite connect. That's me. Let's see. Let's have fun and describe yourself a few times. Oh, I got one. I was recently referred to. I don't know if you guys listen to rap or hip hop or anything. I know anything about old school, East, West Coast beat, etc. Death Row Records, shout out to Suge. I've been referred to not as Suge Knight. I've been referred to as Suge 11 p.m. So like Suge. Damn it, Brooke. Brooke, you laughed a little too hard at that joke. Ouch. I'm telling you, y'all can't see me, and I think I'm okay with this. I almost just got hit in the parking lot. Okay, this will be dope. You're gonna see me get like freaking wrecked in a parking lot, and then I'm gonna have to fill out insurance information with y'all as my witnesses. They're like, did anyone else see this wreck? I'm gonna be like, shoot, I got a whole list of people that saw this wreck. Let me. I got I can't say the name. Natalie Hasek, Brooke Barstow, Ira Stillwell, Dan West, Erica Schwarzkopf, Ian Ryland Smith, Kirk Broussard, Lisa Wood, and Nick Lederman as my witnesses. Y'all ready to get paid? Let's go lay on this car real quick. Hey, sir, how you doing? Not the strangest thing somebody's looking doing a freaking gas station parking lot. Oh man. Okay, so I have two kids. I don't know if there's any parents in the audience. I don't think I can even hear y'all, whatever. I have two kids. I have a 10-year-old little boy and a 12-year-old little girl. And they actually are the inspiration for my name. So my name is Simply Courtney. It's Symply. I tell people that my name, Simply Courtney, has 3 Y's in it. That's because there are the reasons why I do what I do. And so my kids and myself are why I do what I do. So there's a Y for my daughter, Y for my son, and a Y for myself. And so that's why I spell it with a Y. I tell people there is no I, it's a Y. That's the reason why I do what I do. Black Lives Matter, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, when you post this later, Brooke, hashtag Black Dads Matter, and y'all go viral instantly. Everybody, oh my God, Dads Matter on this comedy show. Hey. What do you call it? My daughter is the dancer. That's the dancer of the family. And I love it because she just randomly dances whenever she wants. And I used to be annoyed by it when she was much smaller, but now that she's like, I mean, my daughter's 12, but she's man, she's a tad under like 5'8", like she's humongous. And when she starts dancing, she's like the size of most of the adults around. And so I'm like, yo, it's a party. Let's do this. And so I dance. I'm 6'3", like, over 200 pounds. And me and her will just be anywhere we go and we're just dancing. Every once in a while, it happens like at church or something like that. And I don't know, we just dance. That's it. Like, I don't even, I think that, like, for me, if I dance with my daughter now, it'll keep her from wanting to dance with dudes later. I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. I don't want her to dance with dudes. I want her to dance with them, not for them. And I mean, you know what? If you gonna get money, whatever, do your thing. No disrespect. But for me, I'm like, I want to cheer my daughter on now before any other dude has a chance to cheer her on later. If you know what I mean. And so that's just my thing, man. And so whenever she starts dancing, I find myself trying to do it too. And I've slowly learned all the little new young kid dances and stuff. Like I can do the renegade and I can do like the nay nay and all that stuff. And I love it. Son on the other hand, he doesn't have. Okay, so remember they can see all of us. Okay.
Well, except you.
I didn't know that. Was that to me or was that to everybody else?
Everyone else.
I just switched it real quick when you went over. I just switched it over, and there's just a cat sitting in one of the windows.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing comedy to a cat. This is beautiful. But anyways, we do all these little dances and stuff. It's so fun because I'm connecting with my daughter in ways that I never thought. Like when I had a kid, I was like, yo, I don't know how I'm going to connect. Because she was my firstborn, and I was like, I was bursting for a boy. And it's so funny because, I mean, as a guy named Courtney, you would think anything is possible, whatever. But here's what I found that I'm connecting with my daughter on now. We both talk trash about her mom, my ex. It's the strangest thing. Like, I don't do it on purpose. She'll just come in and be like, man, mom, this, that, and the third. And sometimes the things she's talking about are things that we had problems with when we were married. And I'm just like, see, I knew I wasn't crazy. It was just me. And so we'll bond on that. And I don't like try to bring anything up. I let her come to me with whatever she has. And at the end of the day, I always try to keep her respectful. And I say, hey, no matter what, that's your mom. Be respectful. And I don't know how to tell y'all this, but I feel like at any moment I'm going to get a phone call that they got into it, that they fought. And so I don't know if I'm supposed to teach my daughter how to fight before this happens, or like let it happen. Like I don't know what to do. It's a catch-22 right now. I just don't want her to. I don't want her to get beat up. Like, cause I don't. It's so weird. But it just happens. It's just a weird situation right now. And so every once in a while, I think like, should I teach my daughter how to throw a good 1-2 combo, or should I not? Would that be wrong? I don't know. Weird stuff. That's a strange thought to just have in front of a bunch of people that don't know you, that are judging you, but they can't see me, so it's okay. My 10-year-old, I alluded to my little 10-year-old boy, and I got about a minute left, so I'll make this brief. My 10-year-old little boy, that is my video game dude. He whoops my tail in any video game you can think of. I don't know if you guys have these kids that you've experienced at home, but it's like you give them something and they're all of a sudden hacking into the Pentagon with it. Like, I don't know if he's smart or if that's just what all kids come knowing how to do, like if that's just standard. But either way, I've taken the game from him and I've started making him play with Legos recently. For anybody that has kids, you know where I'm about to go with this one. Lego stepping should be an Olympic sport, or yet trying to avoid stepping on barefooted in the middle of your freaking house when there's no lights on and you're just trying to get water because you're dying of thirst in the middle of the night. There's I don't know. I'm trying to think of a feeling that comes second place. Maybe getting divorced. I don't know. I think that's it though. I bought my son these Legos, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I bought him the generic Legos that are soft. Is that wrong? He hasn't opened his gift set. I'm going to go pick them up now. Should I tell him that these are generic Legos, or should I just wait for him to take them to school and get teased for it? What do y'all think? That's a real thing. I don't know. That's not even a joke there. That's a real thing that's about to happen in the next 30 minutes. I'm about to give my son generic Legos. I don't know. That's it, man. I don't know if y'all can see me or not. I'm done. Thank you. I've been a black square with the word "Simply Courtney" in the bottom left-hand corner of it. Thank you guys.
Woo! Woo! That was the Simply Courtney
Awkward
experience,
comedy.
everyone. Woo! I didn't know that's
Thanks
why
for coming to my TED
spelled it
Talk.
with a Y. That's really cool. I heard something. What?
I said thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah, thanks for coming, tuning in for Courtney's little TED Talk podcast there. Still fun, still fun. I do like to see his face at the same time. So make sure you follow him so that you can see his face, see what he looks like, and watch some of that boogie action that he was talking about. He did actually drop some names. So if you were listening, you know who is here. We're gonna have like 5-ish, maybe 3 to 5 minute sets from a couple more people. They've been here. They're hilarious. I'm excited for you to meet them. The first one on the list, he's a regular with the Backline and the Anarchy open mic, and he's really good at making music. He's got really good hair. If you ever want to have someone do a really good Brooke impression, he might be your guy. Please put your hands together for Ian Ryland Smith.
Yes, thank you. I'm all right at the music. Okay, I'm not great. I'm down famous. Well, this is it, you guys. This is the B side of the vinyl record that is Contagious Stay-at-Home Comedy. Yes, I know I look like I'm not old enough to know what a vinyl record is, but hey, at least they're more useful than compact discs these days. They're good. They make good collectibles. I had a bad experience with weed. I ran out. That's a bad experience. Okay. So I'm 23, like I said, and I just found out that you don't have to be invited to funerals. You can just go. If I ever become homeless, I'm just gonna crash a bunch of funerals for the food. People gonna look up to me and be like, "So how did you know Barb?" Who? Oh yeah, yeah. Rest in peace. Have you tried these chips? These are some good chips. I like these chips. Is this me or do I look a little extra fluorescent today? Just a little extra white on this white Christmas. I'm so bright that I'm like the headlights of a Dodge Ram pickup truck. I'm so white. I'm so white. I'm like the driver of that Dodge Ram pickup truck with the really bright headlights that blind you in the middle of the night. I don't know. Some of you city folks may not get it. Do they have Dodge Rams in the big cities? Are any of you from a big city? No, none of you are from a big. Oh, Nick's from a big
I'm in
city.
Chicago.
Okay. He's from Chicago. Yeah, that's a big city. It's pretty big, kind of like a Dodge Ram pickup truck, but not nearly as big as a Dodge Ram pickup truck. Oh, right. So for Christmas, I got a little fun gift from my dad, a book of dad jokes.
Nice.
So I'm going to read comedy out of a book because I'm not a hack. I'm a professional. That's definitely not something a hack would do, is use someone else's jokes in their routine. I'm just going to open to a random page. It's going to be crazy. Let's see what we got here. Why did the tree travel to his hometown?
Why?
He was searching for his roots. Ah. All right. What would be a good name for a pond? Lily.
What?
Lily.
Lily?
Yeah, that one's not good.
For a pond?
Why did the flower enter the pageant? Because she was a budding beauty. These are horrible. Oh my God.
You can write better than that.
Let's see, that's terrible. Why is baseball the richest sport? It's the only one played on a diamond. That was pretty good. I'm gonna re-gift that. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to re-gift that. I love my father too much. I got him some Bitcoin. A lot of loops to jump through to get him that Bitcoin, but still it was worth it. And right after I explained to it how it worked, he went right back to bed. Didn't open any more presents. Yeah, I guess I'm really good at that service I started where people call me at the middle of the night when they can't sleep and ask me to explain Bitcoin to them. It's a distributed ledger that I charge by the minute, make bank. And I'm not talking in dollars. No, I'm getting paid in Bitcoin. Or at least I fucking wish. They're actually paying me in a different cryptocurrency. They're paying me in one of the bad ones. I think it's they're paying me in Ripple, which you probably don't understand. They're under investigation. They did some sort of fraud thing. They've been plummeting lately, and basically I've been getting paid in just worthless code that doesn't mean anything. All right, so I'm done. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
Ian Ryland Smith, check out his Shark Tank mic. It seemed pretty cool. All right, our next comedian, she has been LOL, oops, not my government. Cool. She's been helping a little bit here, and she helps me with the back line, and she's hilarious. She's very, very funny. You will get to find out right now. Please put your hands together for Ira Claiborne.
Hey guys, thanks for having us on the end. You guys did a great show, by the way. That was awesome. I really enjoyed it. So did you guys see the news this morning? No, right? Nobody looks at the news on Christmas. Well, I'll tell you. So this morning, Boston, the city where I am, had the highest temperature of any city in the United States.
Huh.
Oh.
Well, duh, I just got here. I brought it. You're welcome. All the snow is melted. It's a blessing. I've got like 3 days of walking without worrying about dislocating my knees again. I'm so hyped. I'm welcome. Happy Christmas to me. That's cool. Being named Ira is weird because everyone thinks I'm a dude, obviously. And I'm sure that would be fun for some people, but I don't like dudes. So when I got put in the locker room at high school, the boys' locker room, like for some girls, that would be like a thrill. Like maybe, I don't know, Brooke, you might like that. Like that could be cool. Like, like that was terrifying to me. I want to be in there. That shit stank. Y'all nasty. There's too much Axe being sprayed everywhere. Like I don't want to be 10 feet. So that was terrifying. Other than that, the only time it's been beneficial lately, I coach teachers because what do you do when you can't teach? You coach. And they the best feedback about my session, obviously, if you couldn't catch from that, I'm a new coach, new at this. And so the feedback at the end of my first session with a group of teachers was, we really love your name. We weren't expecting you to look like that. So obviously, as you can tell, I'm doing really good at my job. I think I'll keep it for a long time. It was awful. Yeah, Ian, that's how I felt inside. No one can see Ian's face, but it was like, yeah, I agree. And the last thing about my name that's confounding me is just that with that name, how can you think I was going to be straight? Like I sat many Christmases ago as a youth in front of my family and pretended to do the ladies' man with some Cavassier. Like, did you really think I was going to straight? Before I even knew who the fuck the ladies' man was. Oh, Lord, y'all. So the only time in the whole entire year where I play video games is today. So I've already played 2. I'm really excited. I got like, I'm the worst video game player ever, and I don't do it to attract men, obviously. So I play with cheat codes for everything because who gives a fuck? Like, it's not supposed to be real. So for all of you, that probably means I'm not a real gamer. I don't give a fuck. So, you know, I be playing Halo like on invincibility mode so I can never die because I'll just die and then it's not fun anymore. And I really like other ones, like ones that nobody cares about. Yeah, it's bad. like Tony Hawk, but then you keep like falling and then you can't play for like 5 seconds. So why do you ever play that game if you have it without the cheat codes? So I'm just here to advocate that, like, let's make cheat codes okay, gamers. I don't want to offend anybody. Natalie's probably going to shit on me later for this, but I think it should just be okay. It's virtual reality. Can we not have any separation? I don't know. These are my thoughts about it. My final thought is just like, I judged my mom hard because she one time met a husband in a chat room. And I thought that was strange as shit because I was like, you don't know these people. It's like really creepy that you like met them on the internet and now you're going to meet them in real life. 2020, y'all. This shit got crazy. So the hardest that I've ever judged my mom is now happening to me right now. I hope to meet every one of you in real life. And it's pretty crazy that we're spending a little tidbit of Christmas together. We have nothing fucking else to do because we're being safe. So I'm in with y'all motherfuckers, wear a mask, okay? Don't be doing nothing stupid, and Black Lives Matter. And give it up for Brit and Contagious.
Yeah.
Ira Claiborne comedy. Check her out. Check her out. Very, very fun. So glad you're in my world. We got two more fabulous humans just to delight us, give a little bit more joy out into the world before we carry on with watching Christmas movies and overeating things. This lady is so funny and so silly. You're gonna love her. Please put your hands together. Oh, she does music too. You'll have to check that out. Please put your hands together, everyone, for Lisa Wood.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to use a little bit of my actress skills today for my little set I'm going to do. Some people ask, geez, how can it be that people like this doctor right here, she died. She went to the hospital, complained about COVID, and everybody's like, how did it happen that this black doctor went into the hospital and she didn't get her care? How could that be? Let me explain a little something to you. With the use of my troupe, my stuffed animals, and my dog collection, I will try to explain the situation to y'all who don't know. Okay. Hi, I'm Nurse Happy Body. You're here, healthcare. Nurse Healthy Body. I'm here because I'm having a little chest pain, and I was wondering if I can get seen by the doctor. Nurse! Nurse! Oh my goodness! What's wrong? Achoo! 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 We have an emergency. We have a man with a man cold. You'll do right to the bay right away. You need help right now. Nurse, chest pain. Me, chest pain. Oh no, man, you have to wait because we got other people more important than you who are obviously in pain. Okay. What about? Oh my goodness! What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Oh my gosh, you must be in so much pain. Let me get you to a bed. The doctor said to give me morphine, by the way. Morphine. Right to the bed, right to the bed. Okay, yeah, but nurse, chest pain, no, you must wait your turn. Okay. Ohio, what's wrong? What's wrong? I got a splinter and it's killing me. Oh no, we have an emergency. She has to go to the bay right away. She has a splinter and it's killing her. You can see, look at it. To the bay she goes. Hey, nurse. Yeah, I'm here because I'm having a little chest pain. And what did, whoa. You trying to pull a trick? No, I just have chest pain. And I was wondering if I could go and see a doctor. Wait your turn. You don't have no pain. We have more people waiting. We have more people waiting ahead of you. Okay, chest pain. Wait your turn. Okay, your turn now. Well, it's too late, bitch. Now I'm dead. Meaning, what happens is, after 200 years of oppression, 200 years of having our genetics set, you don't show your emotions, you don't show your pain. That when we are in pain and we are in trouble, nurses like Miss Happy Molly Body will ignore us because they think, oh, because we don't come in going, I'm in pain. We don't do that shit because guess what? Massa beat that shit out of our genetics 200 years ago. So when you see a Black person, especially a Black person like me, who's a nurse, and I come in calm and collective and I say, look, I'm having chest pain. Please take our ass to the bin so we can debate, so we can get some health care, bitch.
Mm.
That is my time. Thank you very much.
Woo! Lisa Wood for a whole lot of wow. I mean, wow. That stinks that actually happened. Woo! Ah, thank you for making it silly. We got one more. He has an open mic on Wednesdays. Really, really cool. Logan Expats Mike. He is from Chicago. He is in his Christmas jammies, everyone. So please put your hands together for our finale, Nick Lindemann.
Hello, everyone. Nice to be here. Give it up one more time for Brooke and Natalie. They didn't have to do this on Christmas Day, but they cared that much about all of us. So thank you for coming out. I'm going to start with a couple dad jokes, kind of been the motif for today. The first one's more of an uncle joke. And it's, what do titties and toy trains have in common? They're both made for kids, but dad's the one that ends up playing with them. Second one, that was the first dirty joke I ever learned. Still works, still plays. This one, why is it a good thing that Gatorade was invented at the University of Florida and not Florida State University? Because otherwise we'd be drinking seminal fluid. That concludes the dad joke portion of my set for today. I'm gonna take it home with a story, and it's a story I've been telling a lot the last couple of weeks because it's a Christmas story, and I have a very short window where it's relevant. And it's a story, a Charlie Brown Christmas special. I love a Charlie Brown Christmas special. It's great, and I loved it my whole life, not just because it's where multiple generations of white dudes now have gotten their best dance moves. But it's also a great on its own, and I love the story behind it. It turns out Charles Schultz hated the name Peanuts, absolutely hated it. So after that first contract, he made sure that he had complete ironclad creative control. And so fast forward a few years to the mid-'60s, one of the CBS ad guys is sitting around and he gets a call from Coca-Cola. They want to produce a Charlie Brown Christmas special. They sell it sight unseen. They call Charles Schultz. They tell him about it and he says, great, I'll do it. We set a meeting for a few months later. Charles Schultz comes in with the whole thing done. Cut, edited, scored, the whole thing ready for air. And they air it, and they come in and say, it's great, we love it. Couple of notes, though. You have child actors doing the voices. Like, that's weird. Like, we got the Looney Tunes guys on retainer. And this score, like that slinky jazz score, like, it's kind of weird. Like, there's not a xylophone or a horn anywhere. It's like, it's crazy. And then that part where Linus reads from the book of Luke, like, do not think 1966 America is going to stand for seeing a kid read a Bible verse in a Christmas story. So if you cut that out, that'd be great. And Charles Schultz looked at him and said, fuck you, I'm not changing a word. Little known facts, Charles Schultz, filthy mouth in real life. Swore like a sailor. They don't tell you that, but that's the truth. Said, fuck you, I'm not changing a thing. He said, what? Said, yeah, read my contract. I'm not changing a word. And they said, well, we already sold the time. And he said, tough titties, not my problem. I'm not changing a thing. They thought, oh man, what are we gonna do? And they thought they had a turd on their hands. They tried to bury it off. They burned it off. They played it at 9:30 Eastern on a Friday night, like the worst slot on the entire schedule. And despite that, it immediately became a timeless classic we all know and love today. It just goes to show, more often than not, the suits can't find their ass with both hands on a map. You should stick to your guns after you've signed your first big check. I'm Nick Lindemann. That's been my time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nick. I like hearing about the origination of the Charlie Brown Christmas. Thank you for sharing that with us today. This has been a fabulous show with the Tutors. You remember the Tutors? And then Dan West Yeah, and we had Erica Schwarzkopf, and we had Courtney in the Black Void. Remember that? That was pretty cool. Oh, now we can see him. Now we can see him. That's cool. And we had a fun bonus round. So we are Contagious. We do this every Friday. We hope to see you again and again. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas.